In this video, we'll see the code of conduct in social media, learn how to promote positive and respectful interactions online. Why a code of conduct? Have you ever thought why there is a need of a code of conduct? As now today we all are using various kind of social media platforms, and so we know social media is a powerful tool, but it can also be a source of harm. It is important for individuals to use social media platforms responsibly, be mindful of their online behavior, and educate themselves about digital literacy, privacy settings, and online safety. A code of conduct sets guidelines to ensure a safer online environment. Like in this image, you can see it is already a self-explanatory image which tells about ethics, respect, code, honesty, and integrity. So we should follow the ethics or values while using social media platforms. We should respect each other's opinions and follow the code of conduct while communicating. And be honest while sharing any information and maintain the integrity. So that's it about the introduction of a code of conduct, and we'll see more about it in the later videos. As discussed in the introduction video, there are some points which everyone needs to keep in their mind while using social media. So the first point is be respectful. As it is said, to be respected, be respectful. Treat others as you want to be treated. By treating others as you would like to be treated, you can build better relationships, foster understanding, and contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate society. It's a powerful guideline for ethical conduct and can serve as a foundation for good interpersonal relations. Avoid hate speech, insults, and cyberbullying. We might have seen or we might have come across the cases of cyberbullying online, but we ignore these things as it has never happened with us. So why we care about these things? But it's not the matter of ignorance, rather it's a matter of concern, as online interactions have real world consequences, and promoting a culture of respect and kindness benefits everyone. By avoiding hate speech, insults, and cyberbullying, you contribute to a more positive and inclusive online community. So, how you can be respectful on online platforms? So, by this image, we understand how we can be respectful while using any social media platform, including people when they want to be included, being kind and supportive, thinking about how your words and actions make other people feel, listening to other people, understanding that someone might not want the same things as you, not putting pressure on someone and accepting their boundaries. For example, if someone has said about something about you on social media and you do not like that and you totally disagree with them, so you can disagree, but in a respectful manner. In whatever case, we should not forget the code of conduct. Okay, so let's move on to the next point, that is, think before you post. Consider the impact of your words and images before sharing. Consider how your posts might affect others. Are you sharing something that could be hurtful or offensive? Remember that words and images have the power to influence and even harm people emotionally. So, what all things you have to take care or you should think before you post something online? So the first thing is, who might be able to read this? Am I posting in anger? Could someone feel disrespected? Am I revealing too much about myself? Am I showing the bad side of myself? Could someone misinterpret what I am saying? Remember, once it's online, it can be there forever. So before posting anything online or on other any way, social media platform, you should take care of all these things. Okay. For example, if your friend has posted something wrong about you, which you do not like, and you and you simply disagree with the thing they had posted about you, so you can take legal actions against him without disrespecting the person or your friend who has posted something about you. Without abusing him, you can take legal actions against him. So like, we should never forget the code of conduct, and we should never be disrespectful towards anyone. Okay, so that's it about this these points. We'll see the rest of the points in the next video. In the earlier videos, we have discussed about being respectful and thinking before we post something online. So now let's understand the importance of privacy and fact checking on social media. We should respect others' privacy by not sharing personal information without their consent, as it is a fundamental aspect of online etiquette and ethical behavior. Respecting someone's privacy means obtaining their informed consent before sharing any personal information about them. This includes details like their full name, contact information, location, or any other sensitive data. As when we share someone's personal information without their consent, it can lead to gossip and rumors, and potentially damaging their reputation and causing emotional distress. So, we should avoid these gossips. And to avoid these gossips, we should stop sharing someone's personal information without their consent. We can also adjust our privacy settings to control who can see your content on social media, as most social media platforms offer privacy settings that allow you to control who can see your posts, photos, and other content. Adjusting these settings helps you maintain control over your own personal information. So, respecting others' privacy fosters an environment of trust and respect in online relationships. So, we should value someone's autonomy and boundaries. Simultaneously, adjusting your privacy settings on social media platforms empowers you to safeguard your own personal information and maintain control over who can access your content. Like, for example, you and your friends are on social media platform. Okay, so and your friend wants to share a photo of your recent vacation that you both have spent together, but also he or she wants to respect your privacy, and so he control who can see those photos on on that particular social media platform. Okay, so he or she will asks for your permission to post it. So by doing so, he valued your privacy. So that's it about the privacy on social media platforms. Now, moving on to the next point, that is fact checking and accuracy. Verify, we should verify information before sharing it to prevent the spread of misinformation. Before sharing any information to your friends or relative, we should first check it. Like if it has comes from incredible sources, and verify the accuracy of content, especially when it pertains to sensitive or controversial topics. So by ensuring that content which you have shared on the which social media is reliable and truthful, which helps maintain user trust, fosters healthy online discourse. As also, according to our code of conduct, if you have received any false information, so we should report it. Okay, so also we should cite sources and be transparent about your information. For example, you might have come across various messages on WhatsApp or any other social media platform in which the message is forwarded many times. And and what we do is, without checking if it is a valid or not or invalid information, we forward it to our relatives and friends. But we should not do this. Before forwarding to our friends or relatives, we should first ensure that the message is correct and factual rather than being a fake news. Okay, so that's it about privacy and fact checking. We'll cover the more points in the next video. In the earlier sessions, we have seen the role of being respectful towards others' privacy and the importance of checking the truthfulness of the information while using social media. So, now let's see how to deal with undesirable communication and how to promote healthy conversation even when you are disagreeing with any topic, person, or the speaker. So, with that, our next point in the code of conduct is report and block. As we people are using various kind of social media platforms, so what if you encounter harassment or offensive content? So what should we do at that time? So if you encounter harassment or offensive content, so you should report it to the platform. As also social media platforms have a reporting mechanism to report for offensive or harassing content. And you can also select the reason for reporting. Like for example, if you have encountered harassment via any social media platform, so you can select the reason or you can mention the reason for reporting. Also, you can use the block feature to protect yourself from unwanted interactions. As sometimes if you don't want to communicate with some specific people or with some specific user, so you can block the user, and by doing so you can restrict them from interacting with you, sending you messages, or seeing your content. Also, government has provided an helpline number for women, like the 24-hour helpline for women that are facing harassment via social media, that can be accessed by dialing a toll-free number, that is this number that you can see in this screen. So basically this number is for women helpline, if they have encountered any harassment via social media platform. So let's move on to the next point, that is engage constructively. Means when you encounter an opinion or viewpoint that you disagree with, it's important to express your disagreement, but in a respectful manner, without doing any personal attacks, insults, or derogatory language. So disagree respectfully and provide constructive feedback. Disagreeing respectfully and providing a constructive feedback promotes a culture of respectfulness and civility. Even where there are disagreements, this led to productive discussions and a more welcoming online community. So, promote healthy discussions and avoid flame wars. Uh, Promoting healthy discussions and avoiding flame wars is not only beneficial for individual well being but also contributes to a more respectful and informative online space for all users. This aligns us to the goal of creating a positive and constructive online community, as often outlined in social media codes of conduct. So instead, we should focus on addressing the ideas, and instead of insulting or instead of proving each other points, we should focus on addressing the ideas and arguments that are presented by the other person rather than attacking their character. So, when expressing your disagreement, focus on providing constructive feedback. This means offering well reasoned arguments and evidence to support your point of view. Like, for example, if you and your friend are communicating on some topic on any social media platform, and your friend has said some statements with which you are not agree and you want to show your disagreements. So, don't say, like, I disagree and you are wrong. Instead of that, say, I see it differently because of so and so reason. So this approach makes the conversation less accusatory and more about sharing your perspective. So now let's move on to the conclusion of this code of conduct. So far we have discussed various aspects that we should follow when using social media platforms, which will help us to build a wholesome and supporting community. It is crucial for us to be responsible when using social media. Always think twice before posting something on social media and check the facts and genuineness of information present to avoid cyberbullying or false accusation. So embrace the code of conduct to create a more positive online community. Together, we can make social media a better place for everyone.